Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to Traveling and Radio Scanner Tips for Traveling with Tommy Cunningham. I'm your host, Tommy Cunningham, here to tell you guys about some very, very exciting news. So today, I actually accomplished something really big. I finished up algebra today, and I'm wanting to thank a very special place for helping me out doing it. The place is called the Excel Center Bloomington. It's because of a couple reasons. Number one, I think the people there are really nice. Number two, I feel like I've been really understanding the content like a whole lot more than the last couple. Like with my algebra wasn't one of my favorite subjects during school. So that means we had to take it down the easy way. And that's the reason why I started doing classes now. That's the reason why I started doing classes throughout the week. Like for instance, number one, I would do the research on the class, and this is just kind of like an old theory that I used to do. I used to do looking up like on the classes and stuff, trying to see like what they were talking about, before I got there. Well, a second I thought on that, I was doing a lot more thinking as I should, because there's a couple things in life that I kind of understand. It's number one, you guys got to appreciate about the things you guys have. Because last night I was watching Dhar Mann, and Dhar Mann has become a really, really good thing to watch for me, like every night. Because honestly, I think this Dhar Mann really is interesting, like with a couple stories on there. Like one of the stories are with this boy named Mikey, and Mikey kind of doesn't really start to understand his content, starting to understand like where he's coming from. He got like a bad time during school, and he's also not really liking his subjects. And he goes with this friend, and honestly, you guys, I don't think he's honestly one of the bestest friends. It's because of a couple reasons. Like number one, the first reason why is they always sometimes, the mom and the child always starts running with the fire. So like whenever I say that, like they're running with the fire, the kid's either not listening to his mom, the kid's either trying to understand like what's going on, and then after that, in another video, he really didn't want his mom going to this job. And I'm telling you guys, with making that much money, and honestly, Dhar Mann's starting to get really good, okay? He's been making lots and lots of good, like, different videos. And honestly, I try to watch one of those videos, like, every night. Because honestly, I feel like those videos are starting to become interesting because there are two reasons that I think that. Like, number one, it's that he's using, like, I don't want to spoil it, okay? I'm just gonna say that this guy does like a really good job, like on showing like how kids and moms should be together. Like in one of the videos, there was this kid named Trey, and Trey tried to be a bully to his mom, and then after that, Trey actually got to be a millionaire for an overnight. And once he did that, he was like, honey, you need to understand that when you gotta feel happy about what you got, because a lot of different places on this planet do not got like what you are thinking. Like for instance, like the falling. Like a lot of different areas, you guys are not like close to your parents, and then after that you guys are like saying, hey honey, why don't we stay here with my son for a little bit, and then after that why don't we go to see my goal before high school was to get a job at Holiday World in Spashin Safari. And likely or not, that did not come true because the area that I lived in. And then after that, a couple of years passed, I started going to Holiday World, and I started to figure out like what's going on there, like what's everybody talking about, like what's the greatest stuff that you guys can go work and do at Holiday World. And like a couple things which I kind of figured out, like when I was going there, the kids always get what the kids sometimes, you got to get up real early in the morning some days. Depending on the park schedule, you guys got to get up really early in the morning, depending on the park schedule. Then after that, which then after that, you guys have to log in to your supervisor's computer. And then after that, once you guys do that, the park will generate a schedule for you. Which likely or not, their human resources department there, they're at that place, which I think they do a really good job at keeping things undercover because this place is owned by the Cook Company. It's not the Cook Company you guys are thinking, like the Cook Company up here where I live. It's not that company. It's a different company owned by Bill Cook and Pat Cook. They're spelled Koch. The people up here spell Cook. And that right there is like a couple different things. Because like number one, you guys have you guys have a choice on like number one, you guys can either go do like a big radio scanner thing. Like sometimes like at these holiday worlds, they don't tell you that your kid is not allowed to listen to radio scanners. They're not allowed to listen to different stuff. Like looking at the Holiday World website, hold on, I'm gonna pull that up. And I'm gonna read you guys some of their benefits. So we go on here on holidayworld.com, and after that we click on holidayworld.com/jobs. And then after that, they got like great opportunities. Water park rides, and they also got free perks. Free season passes with all job perks, free entry to other parks, in-park discounts, social events, transportation, traditional discounts, hall points, referral program, and they also got a couple of other opportunities, which is on here, which they got. They're trying to get jobs on here for EMT season, EMTs, which I think which is really important, like at a place like this, because you guys may never know, like, what's the problem. And then after that, it says on here, you're part of a proud tradition when you work with Holiday World in Spashin Safari. From our humble beginnings in 1948 in Santa Claus Land, America's first theme park has grown into a world-class attraction in the heart of Santa Claus, Indiana. Holiday World's top-ranking coasters and attractions, along with the restorement and maintaining of classic rides that matched only by Spashin Safari Water Park, the water coaster capital of the world. Since 1946, the park has owned and operated by the Cook family. It has spells Koch, and they are making a difference when you work for Holiday World in Spashin Safari. We treat you like family because we are family. This is what they say on their emergency medical technician. Emergency medical technicians respond to medical emergencies, deliver emergency patient care, support, and evaluations for guests in employment, employees who determine the need for medical treatment. The EMT are frontline team workers that interact with both guests and employees. And often in ideal situations, EMTs are expected to respond completely and priority to calls. EMTs will work closely with first responders and ambulance services to prepare the receipt of any person needing emergency transport to a medical facility. It may also to work with seasonal and full-time staff responding to guest concerns and furthering training our team regarding safety here at Holiday World and Spashin Safari. Lead the safety effort by personal example, adherence SOPs, protocols, and other work procedures to assist employees ensure guest safety. Use and maintain Holiday World and Spashin Safari equipment and property in a available manner. Always follow instructions on posted safety signs and warnings to ensure your personal well-being. Email reports all injuries to your direct supervisor, management, and full-time safety team. Safety first is not struggling, it's your must be our first priority. So that right there was like talking to you guys a little bit about how the EMT and fire and EMS work at Holiday World and Spashin Safari. Luckily, I do not got any pictures, so I cannot show you. Which, likely or not, that kind of gave me an idea. So that idea is to pull up the Holiday World and Spashin Safari webpage, which on their radio scanner page, which is under attractions in Spencer County. And then after that, they have like Talk Group 18 and Talk Group 51, which is identified as a park operations frequency. So then after that, like in a close communication reading, you guys are probably wondering where in the world do you get this information and how do you use it? So the first idea that I would do in a moment's notice would be following your exact radio frequencies responsibilities, if you guys ever get one. Alright guys, that's a little bit about the video today. Today's video was brought to you by Holiday World and Spashin Safari. Number one for family fun. You guys can find jobs and employment opportunities at jobs.holidayworld.com. I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Holiday World will open on May 1st, and have a great day. And I will see you guys tomorrow for another video.